17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21-yard line. McCarthy going to put it up right away. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now this defense for the Lions, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Alert 3.
On play action, now McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Tag. 19, go.
Here's McCarthy. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing is McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. And not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Addison hauls it in. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
70 left.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. They run the counter. Haynes. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The Vikings sit 7 and 8 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. That's what they're going to play really well here. Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now McCarthy. gets it. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And this one is right down the middle. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive. Able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Smack. Red, 38. Set.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Strike. Check. Strike. Ready. 10 black. Yellow. Check.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. And look at his defense for the Vikings. Well, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
That is caught. Finding room at midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future as they look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Second and 9 now from the 21. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw McCarthy. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hawk 70.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So another interception for him on the year. He is making quite a splash in his rookie campaign.
And most linebackers feel they're lucky if they get one or two of these a year, because once you start getting to 3, 4, and 5, that's when you know you've got a special player and someone the quarterbacks have to account for. That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On first down, it's Haynes. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. To the air with McCarthy. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
19, Tiger,
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on a touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. They'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had that rolled down before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
60 Eagle.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
A gain of 3.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well in the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Yellow. Set.
Operating from the gun, Oliver. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Oliver. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Saw. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize is well short of the first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 4th down, Oliver. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set, hut. 50, green.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready up. Here we go. Set. Black. 95. Set.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And Walker with it over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Yellow. 22. Fight 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Ready?
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real.
Jameson Williams, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in field goal range. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw again. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. Out of my way.
A final shot before break. McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he returns this to the 22.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover it, double it, triple it, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
45, white, green jack. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And Walker has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down.
Yellow.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard
Yellow.
line.
43. Yellow blue.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open man, that's too slow. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaac TeSlaa hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small magical spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Up the middle they go. It's Haynes. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Justin Jefferson bringing in the sling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Yards.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Go.
On play action, McCarthy. Well, this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this down inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on.
Quickly to Addison here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Addison, 33 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, if they broke through, that's great for the overconfidence.
On the sideline, difference in the feeling between 3 and 6 is an astronomical.
It can be at times, that's for sure. Anytime the field goal feels like a disappointment, the touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
A gain of 30. And the
Operating from the gun, Oliver. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, There's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 43 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Rig alert, rig alert. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler. Take go.
McCarthy off the play fake. To the right side and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the double. Set.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Come on, set. Blue 32. Ready?
Looking to throw. Oliver. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. Here we go. 50, green. Field, black. Drill, green. Ready?
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Credit with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
19 Tiger.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Now McCarthy. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them.
Jamison Williams with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you need to bring up an execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
60 Bison.
Looking to throw McCarthy. That is caught. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10.
McCarthy going to throw again. Open man, that's Felton. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. That's into the hands of Oliver. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 13 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Smash! Smash! Ready?
They'll go again with Gibbs. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
Set. Ready. Yellow. 43. 6. Mega. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Oliver.
Over the middle, he's got to slow. Through the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Isaac to slow.
With touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Lions stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Vikings 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And that'll be incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, McCarthy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identify that perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
2nd down and 8.
Right. Set. Hut. Set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
On 4th down, Oliver. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. How about them biting on 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
A gain of 15. First down, Lions.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. That keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking.
Isaac to Slow. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They're going to try and put points on the board.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now a 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Haynes. And down he'll go at the 25.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars.
You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong day.